All right, 6-6, solving exponential and logarithmic equations. We are going to use Desmos for pretty much all of it. If you remember your exponent rules and you're really good at solving for x, you are welcome to do things like change this to 5 squared, change this to 5 cubed. Then remember that a power to a power you multiply, things like that. And for some of you, you're probably like, oh no, what in the world is she talking about? No worries. We're going to make this as simple as possible by using Desmos or graphing to solve. So let's switch over to Desmos. I already have these pre-typed out. Remember, anytime we solve an equation, you put the left side of the equal sign in one line, so like this, and then the right side of the equal sign in the second line, which is like this. Now, and then the goal is to see where they intersect. They don't intersect back here. And then I did this before the video to make sure I could find it. Look how crazy it is before I ever find an intersection point. And at some point, we're probably like, oh, they just don't intersect. And I wouldn't blame you for saying that type thing, okay? However, they do intersect. So here's how we're going to make it easier on us, okay? We're going to go back. We're going to do real simple algebra here. We're going to subtract, since this is positive, we're going to make it subtraction from both sides. And we're going to leave it like that. So don't start freaking out because you're like, I don't know what to do with all of that. Don't worry, you don't have to. And then it's going to be equal to nothing. And remember, the number for nothing is 0. So this equation and this equation are the exact same. Okay. Why does this help? Because if you go back to my Desmos, notice I have a part 2 here. So I'm going to turn these off because they were not very helpful. But if I look here, this is the first line there that's highlighted blue. That was what we did when we moved it over. Also, a word to the wise, if you're having a hard time getting x plus 2, the whole thing to stay up in the exponent, just use parentheses like I did. And then it was left with nothing, so I put y equals 0 to state nothing. Now, look how easy that intersection was to find. Much easier than that zoom, zoom, zoom out to get the answer. So my answer here, remember, we only care about the x value, so x equals 2. Easy enough. If you think you have that, you may be able to stop the video now and keep on going with your practice and your practice target. But we are going to do, let's see, I think I do 2 more problems. So I do this one, same idea. So I'm going to turn those off. Go down to example 2 here, 5 to the x, y equals 12. I got to zoom out just a little bit, but not bad. There we go. Notice that one's not a perfect answer. That's okay. 1.544. Done. Easy. I decided not even to do this one because it is the same way. So we're going to jump down here to what about a logarithm? Remember, so turn this off. Remember for logarithms, to type them out, if you are on a keyboard, you can just type the word log and then do an underscore. So that's shift dash. And that'll give you the little 5, and then you can go from there. If you don't have that option and you're wanting to type, if you go to functions, miscellaneous, you will see the log base A, and that will get you to type that, okay? So left side equal to right side. Where do they intersect? And that is at the x value is 9. We don't even care about the y value. We just want the x value. So x equals 9. By this point of the year, should by far be the easiest target because you have solved equations and solved equations by using Desmos for graphing. So the only difference now is that you might type the word log, or you might use an exponent that you haven't used before, but otherwise it's going to be the same. So have fun and get a 4 on that target.